Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss JD for my part 2 of our daily stock market insights. And thank you to those who have dropped a comment for additional requests. I already have it listed down, and I will also go ahead and check out the most trending stocks in the market today. Technically December 1 market day. Time now it's 12:27 in the morning, so it's technically a pre-open review for our December 2 performance. I mean, there's December 2 market. Now, if this is your first time to watch my video, I am Miss JD. I'm reviewing stocks every single day for the Philippine market. Sometimes I also do review the U.S. market and cryptocurrency. So if you are also engaged in these type of trading or investing, this is the channel for you. Or if you are just about to decide or you're considering to trade the US market and cryptocurrency, I am personally using eToro. So I also have a referral link down below if you'd like to create an account. You may use that. At the same time, you can also drop a comment or I can guide you. Just reach out to me. Just drop a comment so I can also walk you through if needed. Okay. And I'm also in Patreon. It's in Patreon. I recommend stocks that I have studied, and I personally, most of them I'm also engaged in, because first of all, I study it for myself and for those people who are also into it, and they agree with my analysis. That's something readily available for you guys in Patreon. Okay, so those are the two links that I have down below in case you want them. In the meantime, sorry, I think I rambled too much. Let's continue. I'm using a Bollinger Band and an RSI down below here as my main indicators. So for you guys who are already familiar with that, it's really super easy to use. Very straightforward, and it makes your chart clean. Okay, so the first stock that I'm going to review is BPI. So this is not looking good for BPI, guys. We broke the MA20 here. This was a solid red. I was hoping that it would bounce at the MA20 line, but the bearish sentiment was really high. So that's why it broke the MA20 line. But what I can say here is that there is a possible support at the previous resistance here. See that? So this could possibly revisit this area. Okay, this used to be a support right here. So maybe it will do this. Okay, and then sideways first before it goes up, or it just simply bounce and shoot up again. Okay, so 78.21 is the nearest support that I can see at the moment, but we have to really play it by ear. If let us say tomorrow it breaks that, then it will negate our setup right now. So if it does, then you have to plot again the next possible support, which was your resistance previously, and that would be 74.81. But with the other stocks in the index already bouncing and climbing up, this is just maybe the next stock who will have its own limelight would be BPI next. Okay, so 78.21 is the nearest support that I can see. What about ICT? ICT gave us some good bounce right here. This over here is a really good candlestick that we have. When that appears, see this candlestick on the 13th of November and November 27th, they look almost the same, right? If you are to look at it, almost identical looking. However, if this candlestick appears at a possible support, then that could mean a reversal to the upside. But if it goes up here, somewhere at the resistance area, it could also mean a change in direction, this time around going down. But in this situation, 1, 2, that was your trigger today, probably first hour, 1 to 2 hours of the day, and you've already noticed that the candlestick is moving up. That could have already helped you decide whether to get in or not. And this one, in just the span of a day, we managed to lift the price by 6.16%. So that's a good one. Although, take note, guys, there are a lot of traders in the Philippine market. They could be taking profit with just a small amount of gain. So maybe somewhere between 116 to 124 could be a good haggle, but we just do not have control in case tomorrow it crosses the MA20 line, because currently it's just sitting right at the MA20 level, which could act as a possible resistance, right? But with a solid green today, it doesn't even have a wick up here, so it could mean a really strong buying sentiment that happened there. So plus there's a foreign buying, so there could be a continuation. We just do not have any control whether it is going to do a gap up, or you could haggle somewhere in between 116 and 124. So you gotta plan it out. First of all, it's really better to look at the bigger picture. At least we just, a few cents. If you know that you're going to stay there for a much longer period of time, a few cents won't really matter at this point, because you know you're going to stay long there. But if you have plans to just simply trade this stock for short to mid term, then probably you can haggle somewhere around 119, 120 before you enter, right? Or wait for it to officially cross the MA20 line. That way we can already say that MA20 could possibly become your support in that situation. MPI. MPI also managed to bounce at this area. Looks like it has created a support right at the 410 level. If you are to observe, this used to be a resistance, which became a support right after, and today's candlestick is a green engulfing candlestick. The size of this green candlestick is bigger than this red, although the volume is not that much, so we're not 100% sure if there will be a sustained improvement in the price, because this could be easily, negated by a selling pressure by tomorrow. We don't know, but at the moment, what I can see here is that 410 is a possible area of support. For several days, we've been dropping right at this level, but we have observed some bounce. So that could be a trigger or a significant area trying to establish probably a new support. Let's check out SPC. Okay, SPC, we managed to cross the MA20. That is good. However, we are also very near a possible resistance. Look at that. So, at any time this reaches this level and you see probably a red candlestick right there, treat that as a sign of weakness and probably consider locking in some profit if you want, because your RSI, imagine this from here to here to here. If in case it touches that level, in that situation your RSI is already declining. At the same time, try to also consider this. We have been climbing since mid-August, and people are already profitable. That is why you are now experiencing some declines or correction. Okay, so decline, correction in the world of trading and stock market. That simply means the same. It dipped. Okay, so far I have reviewed BPI, ICT, MPI, and SPC. Let us take a look at the rest. So let me just sort this. Let's take a look at BDO. Guys, for BDO, I think we did a good job here, even though it did a gap down. But look how it ended today. It's a solid green. Good job to those people who managed to catch it around the 100 level over here. So really good job. I just have a strong feeling that we are going to have a continuation of the bullish movement. And the resistance I am looking at here would be the 110 level. So yes, I think we could easily break that by within the week. Yeah. So we are waiting for a good breakout here. Yeah, I hope we do. So far I'm still a green for BDO, even if we dipped for 3 days in a row last week. So that's the good side, because while everyone was avoiding the stock because it was doing sideways, that was the time when I started accumulating um, every payday. So now slowly we are trying to recover here, and I think we still have a long way to go because the stock has really dropped a lot during the pandemic. Okay, so we're looking at maybe a 40-50% gain, and I should be happy. I'll just find my exit here, maybe around, I don't know, maybe 136, or I can wait a little longer and reach the 160. Either way, it's a good company, solid company in the country, so nothing to be worried about, unless unless the world decides to transfer to a digital asset and start using cryptocurrency. I just have a feeling that when um, people will start to embrace cryptocurrency, the banking sector will be the first ones to be affected by it, because people will try to avoid cash or fiat money, meaning our currency, and then we'll just transact using our digital assets or digital coins. So just for me to have exposure in both, well, I don't really have a big size in terms of for my portfolio. At least I am now slowly exposing myself both in the crypto world and the different sectors in the stock market. So we have some tech, uh, tech stocks, banking, what else? Telecommunication. So those things. That's why I really look for good positions like this one. I want personally to be in it while it's still very cheap, because my profile does not allow me to really time the market and look for the. I mean, when I say time the market, I don't have the time to watch the fluctuation of the market full time, because I have a work. So my profile is best for mid to long term and being a position trader. So that's why those are the setups I'm looking for. By the way, in Patreon, I just posted an article because I found this stock again, another good stock in the U.S. market that's giving us some promising setup. Pretty much similar to this one. Also, remember in my previous video, I also invested in tech. Look at this. Tech has been on sideways for a long time. And this was the period when I was accumulating, and slowly, even though we have already managed to increase in price, but overall, I'm still not exiting because I know that the reversal or the bullish movement is just starting. So I learned from my lesson before when I was still new in the market. Little gains, I'm so agitated. I want to take profit right away, only to find out that there is really a much bigger potential for the stock to go higher and higher. So at this point, even though my gain in some of my trades here, because I did not enter in just one transaction. Same drill. Every payday, I would just add on the stocks that I'm maintaining. And here, some of them are already around this level in terms of gain, but I did not exit. Just look at the potential of the stock. Still so much to look forward to, and especially because the nature of this company is really in time for the need of the community. We're uh, we're now in the tech, in the work from home setup, stuff like that. So they provide the latest news that we have here, but actually it wasn't really recent. This one, 5G. They got some. This one, Certec takes piece of 5G rollout in US. So that's a big one. Although it happened 3 months ago, but slowly with those kinds of projects ahead of this company, we will see some recovery happening soon. Okay, and let's go back. I have talked about BDO, also RLC. Let's talk about Ali. As for Ali, look at this. We had a solid bounce. For those people who have thought that we did a gap down at the start of the day, um, hopefully you did not exit right away, because you look at this. This is a solid 4.6% increase. But I'd like to plot our support around this level, right at your MA20 line. So just in case our market, or yeah, our market takes profit, try to haggle in between 36 to 39. Somewhere 38, 38.50 is still fine. Because if you are to look at it again, this is also a stock that was badly hit, and we're actually halfway in our recovery, because we already did a climb here and then dropped again, and we're recovering once more. So maybe we will be moving some more to the upside, and we just do not know if it will take some time for this to consolidate first. But if you want to add more to your volume, probably you have entered right here, and you want to add, the nearer you are to the 36.87, the better. You're still very near our support area. Let us take a look at ACEN. ACEN, for me, although there's a foreign buying here, um, I think there will be a healthy pullback that is about to happen. Okay, I'd have to say maybe if it will pull back 5.84, 5.84 would be, or 5.78. I think it will just play around that level, and continue the uptrend. So this is just a minor pullback. If in fact, if I'm to measure that, if it'll go down, okay, so that's a max of 9.87% or 10%. So yes, again, ACEN has a strong fundamentals. I just feel like this stock is already on the expensive side, so I'm also considering this, but I just want to have a haggle. Maybe if it drops around the 579 area, I could consider do a test buy. But even better if it goes back to the 493, which is the MA20 line. Yeah, but this is far fetched. But this one, 578, for me is more feasible if it drops. I'm thinking if it could do something like this, you have a long wick, so maybe a wick touches this area and recovers right away. That is much even better picture, so that those people who may have entered here will not, their emotions will not be tested, because definitely some of them might cut their losses early and then only to find out that it bounced. Have I talked about JFC? I don't think so. JFC over here also had a good bounce, and let's check that out. This is our support. It's starting to go back to the previous resistance, which is the 201 area or 200 level. So again, the stock has also been hit significantly, and we're already almost halfway there. But our goal is to go back to this level, but I know it might take some time, so just manage your expectations. If you want to really go back to this level, know that it could take 1 to 2 years maybe, or just haggle halfway and take profit. Your call. What's important is JFC overall is starting to show some recovery, and we're already halfway there. Okay, so hopefully it continues. Still a strong company. November, so this is done. So I talked about JFC. I'm gonna list this down. What about SM? SM also had a good bounce. The decline that happened last Friday was also redeemed right away today. Even better, because this is an engulfing candlestick. So this is a 5% increase in the price. So I have a strong feeling that we are going to have a continuation. Probably, we don't know. It might go gap up tomorrow, but I just have a feeling it could potentially go up some more for a buying present. So if it continues to move up, be as close as you can to the MA20 line, because potentially that now will become your support. What about, I want to check my double dragon. I also entered on the stock. See the kind of setups that I'm mostly interested in. So this stock was also badly hit, not even way before the pandemic, 2019. See that even before that, 2016, all the way to 2020, almost 4 years of decline, and slowly. So know that even while it was declining, there are also shift in the price. Okay. However, right now, comparing it with the volume from the previous years, it is in this period where we have a noticeable volume. That means people find this level as a very cheap level already. Okay. At the same time, if you are to look at it, we are now moving higher than the MA20 line. We have also established some higher lows, so this could be a good sign. Plus the fact that they're also uh, expanding, and I know they're going to set up a REIT as well. When we say REIT, it's like you're owning a property rental company. Instead of you constructing your building or your house for lease, Double Dragon has a lot of buildings that they're doing for rental, or they had it rented, and from the revenue they get from that, if they will establish a REIT, they will distribute the revenue to the stockholders. In the US, I also have a position in, I'm gonna share this one. It's AGNC. I also entered in this company. So this is a REIT, and what's interesting here is that look at the potential of So this is real estate investment. So that's also a REIT. Every single month, this one gives out 12 cents, right? May, June, July. So it's like you're having your own rental company or property rental uh, setup. And every month you get that. And in a year, you will get a 9.42 if, okay, it says your dividend yield is 9.42. That is based on the current price. But if you bought this somewhere up here, then of course the dividend yield computation at that time is, at the time you entered, is going to be different. So if you got it at a much lower price, then the yield for you is going to be different. At the same time, in the next how many years, if the dividend share is going to increase, right? So previously, let us say 18, I don't know, some companies would give out much lower. This one is erratic. Yeah, actually, this one got also affected probably by the pandemic. So at least they're still giving out 942. But what if it recovers, right, and goes back to the 0.65? Or yeah, I saw 0.65 earlier. How much will that be? So it could even reach more than 12%, right? Someday. So uh, the same concept will apply for Double Dragon and a REIT as well. So it just depends on the frequency of their dividend releases, but that's the objective. It will give out part of their dividend to you or part of the revenue to you in a form of dividend. So yeah, if you are to look at it in the US, Canada, and some other markets, there are a lot of REIT companies, and they're even giving out monthly dividend. So for us here, I think the best paying stocks in terms of dividend would be Globe Telecom, SEC. With its current price, it's also trending above 10%. But there are a lot of promising stocks in the US market that give out good dividend. So maybe something for you guys to look into. Anyway, if you're going to trade the US market, my eToro link is down below in case you want to set up your account. Okay, promising days ahead for Double Dragon. I just really hope that they will have a good payout scheme for their uh, for their holders or stockholders. Okay, so promising. We'll see. Pure gold. Okay, so pure gold here looks like we are still on the bearish side. What I can see at the moment here, I suggest you draw a Darvas box. Looks like currently this stock is just doing sideways with high ups and downs, ranging from 40 to 44 area. So you can decide, but for me, um, it's not looking good. If it goes down here and you don't see a green candlestick, I suggest don't pursue it. I'd suggest that let's look forward to a setup whereby the stock breaks out to the upside. So this is your box, and if the price breaks out and starts probably around 44 or ends at 45 around that level and starts to trigger the upper Bollinger Band, that's a much better picture. Because right now, really undecided at this point. We're sitting still at the MA20 line, but yeah, no volume. Foreign selling is there, so good thing I was able to exit and transfer to. I know I entered right here, but the next day I found it. It's a bit boring. No good catalyst, so I transferred my position to Double Dragon. Okay, what else? Now, oh, good movement for now. We have officially crossed the MA20 level here. So I think, let us see, if I am to plot, so that was your downtrend, right? So we already managed to break that. So 440 to 469, anywhere between that, if you're still interested to get in, you're still at a good level. I just see a big possibility that we are going to have a continuation to the upside. But just in case you want to haggle, anywhere from 440 to 469 is a good price. But here we already broke the downtrend channel, as you can see right there. And yeah, looks like this stock is following our Dito. Oh, this one is even, the picture here is way better than the Dito picture. But we have a different story for Dito, right? It's already December, and most likely we are going to have more significant news related to the progress of Dito. I know they're going to sell their SIM cards in the month of December, and technical launch coming our way. If I'm not mistaken, if it's not March, it's gonna be May. So let's see. Let's see. Nearest resistance for Dito is around the 7 peso area. So we want to break that. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let us see. Right. Watch out for 7 peso area. See if we are going to have that right volume and good buying sentiment as we approach that level. In the meantime, I think that is it for this evening, our part two. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like if you like our discussion. Hit the subscribe and the notification bell so we can grow our community. And if you like it, YouTube will also discover our channel and start promoting it to more people. Okay, so two things, guys. I am in Patreon. I also have my link in eToro in case you want to start trading the US market. In the meantime, thank you and bye bye.